Genuine public service from the heart. Telling stories to educate, move, inspire. We are Panay News, the #1 regional newspaper. 4 decades and counting, Panay News has positioned itself on the forefront of adversarial journalism and upholding press freedom and public interest. Today, we are still on a mission to gather and spread fast, fresh, and accurate news daily. Ever since its establishment on April 7, 1981, Panay News is the only Monday to Sunday newspaper in Western Visayas that covers the widest reach in most cities and provinces in the region, reaching every sector in the community through our stories. We are invested to foster the safety, security, and welfare of our people, who in turn carries our brand with great pride and company spirit. Behind news that is reliable and complete is a strong workforce of competent and multi-skilled individuals working with state-of-the-art machines. We are the only newspaper in Western Visayas using web printing and computer-to-plate technology, capable of printing 70,000 folded newspapers per hour. Through our innovative business practices, quality products and services, customer concern, ethical business image, value proposition, and pricing, we have been recognized for numerous awards as Best Regional Newspaper. This is what shaped Panay News today. We take pride to be the top-of-mind newspaper to readers in the region, and we continue to lead throughout the history of print media industry in Western Visayas through our content, whether in printed or digital form. And as we strive to become the country's most preferred local newspaper, we will continue to tell stories that educate, move, and inspire our readers, providing genuine public service that comes from the heart of our people. And that is, and always will be, the core being of our business. We are Panay News, the #1 regional newspaper.
sa paraw na gata. Magsinadya, sinamba sa regata, sinaot kag inamba sa paraw na gata. Gasinggitan, si pulpulan, nagabot si puti, kakauptanan. Ibaligya ang panay, iya kakiliran, sa bulawan kakarlas ni maniwan-tiwan. Ari naman naong kita, sa tubig sang isla, maglangoy inyo butong ang aton mga paraw. Isaulog sa pagsaot ka, pagkanta, magsinaot, pag-inamba sa paraw na gata. Magsinadya, sinamba sa regata, sinaot ka ginamba sa paraw na gata. Magsinadya, sinamba sa regata, sinaot ka ginamba.
Iloilo City's 84th Charter Day Digital is brought to you by Department of Tourism 6. Safely experience Western Visayas first. Human by Mayat. Panay News, the #1 regional newspaper. Congresswoman Jam Baronda of the Lone District of Iloilo City. J.S. Laison. More Power Corporation, bringing more to life. Metro Pacific Iloilo Water, tubig na limpyo, serbisyo sa Ilonggo.
celebration is Ilonggo's rising amidst the challenges of time. I know for sure that we will conquer all the challenges that may come before us. Let us soldier on. Batok Iloilo, ipadayon ang gugma. Happy 84th Charter Day, Iloilo City.
Global business power, enlightening lives, empowering progress. It's safer and happier to shop, dine, and discover amazing things at Festive Walk Iloilo. Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry Iloilo. Human by Mayad. Panay News, the #1 regional newspaper. Congresswoman Jam Baronda of the Lone District of Iloilo City. J.S. Laison. More Power Corporation, bringing more to life. Metro Pacific Iloilo Water, tubig na limpyo, serbisyo sa Ilonggo.
Welcome to Iloilo City, a city known for the love it showers, may it be to the people or to the environment. I always take pride on how Ilonggos rehabilitate their environment, especially the Iloilo River, and how they have taken steps to share in the responsibility of managing and maintaining the ecological balance in our beloved city.
I am Rosel Angela Songano, Miss Philippines Earth, Iloilo City. And with me is my advocacy I call HEART, Home, Earth, Art.
H stands for home. It is focused on preserving the home that we have and the only home that we can have. This could be done by encouraging the youth to rethink their ways and engage in environmental rehabilitation programs and go greener activities. E stands for Earth. We need to be aware of the pollution that has and is still occurring in our planet.
This could be mitigated if we reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Lastly, the art stands for the arts. It is focused on raising appreciation for the environment through the arts. This is where we can raise our respect for the environment as we realize that it is a masterpiece no one can ever recreate. I know that we can take part in saving and nurturing our environment. As for me, I am confident that I can do that because with me stands 946,000 Ilonggos, and hopefully in the future, 104 million Filipinos more. I am Rosel Angela Songano, a woman of the earth.
Iloilo City, a vibrant city where tradition and innovation resonate with faith and culture. From historical mansions to ongoing residential developments, creation of townships and business districts, the city levels up amidst the pandemic. The shape and geographical location of Iloilo leads one to conclude that it is the city of love.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, buyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhatit pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Just like a tree which offers nourishment and support, the city of Iloilo continues to nurture the Ilonggo identity, enriching our heritage, protecting our culture with respect to all. Kag sa aton pang adlaw-adlaw nga pangabuhi, nga may kapisan, kabakod, kag katahom nga pananawan, padayon kita sa pakigbato, para sa aton pamilya, para sa tanan, labin na gid para sa mga nagtaliwan.
Sa mga nagtaliwan, sa mga panimalay nga nangin malinong tungod sa pagkamingaw, sa mga pagtilipon nga ginabisita subong sang kahidlaw, para kay nanay, para kay tatay, kay lolo, kay lola, para sa mga miyembro sang aton pamilya, sa mga abyan, amigo, amiga, kag sa mga kaupod sa obra, para sa mga nagtaliwan. Ini nga pangamuyo para sa aton tanan. Pamatii o Ginoo ining pangamuyo namon nga mga Ilonggo, nga sa amon padayon nga pag-ulikit sa tagsa-tagsa, hatagan mo kami sang kusog kag paghangop para sa katilingban sang paghigugma. Sa amon mga palaligban kag kapaslawan, sa subong nga sitwasyon nga nagatublag sa amon pananawan, bugayi ang amon panglakaton, nga siyang manginbinhi sang amon mga handom. Pamatii o Ginoo ang ginapabutyag sang amon kasing-kasing, nga sa pang-adlaw-adlaw namon nga palangitan-an, hatagan mo kami sang mabaskog nga kalawasan, para ang bugana sang pangabuhi, ang manginbunga sang amon gin pangabudlayan. Nagapangalaba kami o Ginoo para sa amon mga lideres sa gobyerno, sa mga nagaserbisyo sa tunga sang peligro, para sa kinaayo sang syudad sang Iloilo, sa paghatag paglaom, sa padayon nga pagbinuligay, para sa tanan, para sa mga nagtaliwan. Hatagi kami o Ginoo sang grasya, sa pag-atubang sining pandemya, sa amon hugot nga pagtuo sa imo ngalan, ang paghigugma sa tanan makit-an. Ang kapisan namon nga mga Ilonggo, kag ang kabakod sang amon nga gobyerno, ang magapamunga sang matahong nga Iloilo, ini amon ginahalad sa imo o Ginoo. Amen.
Our esteemed Mayor, Honorable Jerry P. Treñas, and our local government leaders, to all the fellow Ilonggos, in behalf of the Iloilo Festivals Foundation, headed by our Chairman, Judge Peña, and the rest of the board members, mayong adlaw gid sa inyo tanan. Let me just say first of all, that although we are under strange circumstances due to this pandemic, this does not hinder us from celebrating our beloved city's Charter Day. True to form as a resilient city, we find ways and means for us to commemorate this milestone today, even virtually. Ilonggos are hardy but noble breed. History recounts that our culture resounds with nobility and resilience. Having been once called the Queen City of the South and a major hub for commerce, our lineage is abound with illustrious families and celebrated heroes. It may seem like a contradiction for Ilonggos to be both noble and resilient, but in fact, these two characters complement each other. Our ongoing fight with this global pandemic has only made this more apparent in the way we have responded to the ongoing threat. As a people, Ilonggos are known to be maisog, kag pinalanggaon, strong in spirit, but gentle in ways. We are gentle but fierce warriors. We don't just cope, we thrive. This is evident in the way we have managed our new normal. I am proud to say that despite the difficulties and setback, Iloilo City remains steadfast, strong, and beautiful. The proactiveness of our city government, the compassion and support shown by the business sector, and the overall cooperation and community spirit of citizens has truly shown to the world who we are as Ilonggo, who we are as people. It is therefore fitting that this year's Charter Day has the theme Iloilo City Charter Day, celebrating 84 years of a noble and resilient city. It may have been more than a year already that we have been fighting this global scourge, but it has been 84 years of bravery, honor, and integrity. This city has time and time again, through all challenges, maintained an aura of grace under pressure and strength of spirit. So as we all sit back and enjoy this virtual treat, this Charter Day presentation, let us all be reminded just how industrious and strong we are as Ilonggos. Our beautiful culture showcases our numerous talents and skills. Truly an Ilonggo pride. With that, I would like to give a hearty congratulations to the cast, to the artist and production team headed by their artistic director, Mr. Eric Di Benagracia, for this wonderful show. Thank you very much, sir. I would also like to thank my fellow Board of Trustees, the IFFI, as well as the partners and sponsors of this online event. My gratitude also goes to the local historians of the University of the Philippines, Visayas, for providing us cultural and historical accuracy to this presentation. And of course, kudos to the media team, the Iloilo City government, especially to our beloved mayor, for always believing in the power of arts and culture to heal and to unite us. My salute to you, sir, for being the father of the city, especially through these times. Sa mga kasimanwa ko nga mga Ilonggo, Happy Charter Day. Keep safe, God bless, and Bato Iloilo, Uswag Iloilo.
In our celebration of Iloilo City's Charter Day, we remember the past and look forward to the future with hope and resilience. Despite the uncertainty we are all facing, the city continues to stand strong with nobility and love.
Si Quezon, paborito gid niya nga destination sang time niya sang Commonwealth, ang Iloilo City, magbisita sa iya diri nga mga friends. Kaga muna kay si Quezon, mahilig man siya magbaile. So giga-join da ang mga mga Ilonggo. It was also in the Commonwealth period sa sa 1930s nga one of the first nga gin-organize nga grupo sa mga nagabayle nga mga binayle, mga formal ball sa Iloilo. Amo ni siya ang gitawag nga kahirop ball. Pero sa amo man nga mga chimpo, inaya sa mga elite na iya. Pero ang sa mga naman niya, i-acknowledge ta nga 1930s amo man ang nag-peak sang sugar sa Negros. So we have to accept the reality kay peak sang sugar boom sa Negros. Puli-puli man every week niya ang nag-aobra to sa mga mga sakada. So para ma-entertain ang mga sakala sa Iloilo, kaya di man makapahuway sila sa ila trabaho, nagsugod man ang mga sarswela. So may mga sarswela kita in the 1930s. Eventually nagsugod ang mga sarswela, kaya nagsugod naman ang mga strikes sa pier naton, di ba? May mga ano na dili, may mga stevedores kag mga working class. So nakita inis ang aton nga mga literati nga manami nga venue para malingaw. Ang term gani na ginagamit diri mga kalingawan sang mga Ilonggo. So nagsugod sila sang mga gintawag mga sarswela. Very proud gid ang Ilonggo sa iya nga mga what we have, our heritage. Amo nga hindi tayo kita nagadula ang amo na nga identity, because ang bagay nila madali ma-preserve ang identity kung ang mga naga-carry sina, ang carrier, ang purveyor sina ang identity. Proud sang amo na ang hambalbala na common ang ginahambal sa mga heritage conservationist nga na-develop ang ginatawag nga pride of place. Gusto ko i-present isa-isa ini siya nga mga value laden characteristics which make us truly a city of love. So una-una guro which na-acknowledge mo ini sa aton mga people outside from Iloilo. Makita mo gid ang warmth nga ara sa Ilonggo, okay? And this warmth is not only represented by the how they entertain, how hindi naman siya matawag nga Filipinos are generally hospitable, pero ang hospitality of the Ilonggos is entirely a very sterling character. Kay may pinasahi gina siya, unique gina siya. Secondly, isa pa gid how we are called as city of love. Ano kinaya na ma-mention gina sa mga non-Ilonggos nga we are so close. Kaya nga siguro connected man ini siya nga bagay kung nga tradition is very strong, because hindi kita yan madali-dali iya nga masway with so many with modernity. Ang kinship bala naton grabe ka close. So connected kita. So makita mo na we love kalingawan, why we love entertainment, why we love theater performances. Kaya mahilig kita sa kalingawan. Pero sa mga violence during the American period, very sikat kita kay because amo na ang mga Ilonggos love merriments. And because of that, mahilig kita magkanta, mahilig kita magsaot, mahilig kita so it's also one way of showing na we are very talented. We are happy people. Basta very fitting kinayang itawag nga city of love. Okay? Kay we are people who are very happy despite na paano. Siguro manami man siya nga gusto ko i-connect with our team this year na being happy also is tantamount to being resilient. Okay? So being resilient na we can survive many pandemics, we can survive many challenges sa aton as Ilonggos, sa aton kultura kag sa aton nga pangabuhi, because we can caution the di ba pili naton mapahagan-hagan.
The beauty of Iloilo can be found in the hearts of the Ilonggos, expressed in creative murals, colorful infrastructure, and environmental initiatives. Aton makit-an ang katahom sang Iloilo. Iloilo nga banwa ko.
Iloilo City's 84th Charter Day Digital is brought to you by Human by Mayad,
And I would like to thank each one of you for supporting Panay News, for joining us in this cause, because we believe that Panay News is a brand for the Ilonggos, and the Ilonggos are proud for their own newspaper.
Continued support to our industries, especially with micro, small, and medium enterprises, the trust and confidence in the business sector breathes life to the day-to-day challenges of the Ilonggos. Then and now, tungod sa aton kapisan, padayon ang pag-uswag naton tanan.
Mga Ilonggos ang una, yati do aristocracy na sila mo at that time, no? It follows nga ang aton niya nga mga salaligan Manila, no? Which became of course the middle class, even the Chinese the businessmen, the damo na naturalized ng Pilipino nga mga foreigners, no? The Chinese, the Indians and the Japanese naging naging naturalized na sila. They were able to do business here, no? The Ilonggos could afford to send their children not only to attend schools in Manila but to attend schools outside of Manila, in the US, in Europe, no? May mga casino Espanyol na kita diri, may Basque society even during that time nga sa 1907, I think 1907, 1905 dira sila may active ang Basque society because may mga nabilin pa diri nga mga Espanyol nga mga businessman nga ari pa diriya sa aton they continued with the business, no? So the business will kung ano pa bala ang aggregate demand bala nga ang kwarta ari diri mo, so naturally damo man ang naga-benefit, no? We have foreign houses, consulates, no? We have the British, German, Portuguese, no? Mga ano ba, mga vice consulates na tawag nila. Of course, the consulate is in Manila. The vice consulates are here, no? We have banks, BPI, Bank of the Philippine Islands, which is at that time, I think, Banco Isabel, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank, no? Because you cannot be declared a chartered city if you have nothing to show, no? We are, as again I said, we are a city second of importance to Manila. We are the Queen City of the South. So naturally, no, although during that time may mga iban pa nga chartered cities man, no, we have Baguio, Bacolod, Davao, Cebu, but because of our prosperity, no, because of the progress that we had in at the time, no, naturally we became given na lang nag-chartered city kita because progressive ang Iloilo. Although the sugar is not mainly produced here, it's mainly produced in Negros, but because of our deep harbor, diri gina-transship ang sugar before they bring it outside, no, Australia, the US, and Europe, no. Bisan dito sa Negros gina-produce ang sugar, but those who went to Negros to plant sugar, open the haciendas, are from Haro. A lot of families, no, who came there, no, and even the tawag nila ang mga kartaps, no, mga kargatapas, bisan diri man sa Iloilo nila kuha, no. Ang mga mapisan nga umwad man dito sa Tabok, usually taga Iloilo gid man, no. There was a time nga naghina man ang aton nga pag-umwad, but later on nagdasig naman kita, no. We were no longer the Queen City at one time, no, because of ang paghina man sang port activities diri kay because of strikes, because of other problems besetting this area, no, and ang sugar trading nagsaylo na ya sa Cebu, no. So may period nga naghina man kita, no, but nabawi man naton, no, with for example the opening of we could call it a new frontier, no, kay we have the diversion road, the airport was moved outside of the city, and that space became a commercial area, no, ang Mandurriao district. So subong makita mo na, no, nga ang mga taga Manila, taga Cebu magkadudri, wow, amo na ning Iloilo, no. So mga dugay na blaway ka balik diri, no, nakibot sila sa pag-umwad sa Iloilo, and we have nice roads, we have better facilities than matawhay din ang pangabuhi sa aton.
In Commonwealth, unicameral lang aton Congress. Ang Philippine Assembly was the Philippine Congress at that time. And ang aton ng mga congressmen were forwarding the petitions from the local governments, and Iloilo was one wanting to propose it to transform itself into a chartered city. But there were other cities in the Philippines who were pushing themselves to become chartered cities, and in essence, kung mag-chartered city ka, higher ang level sa imo autonomy than an ordinary city or municipality. So though ma-freer daw dako ang powers in local officials. So I think that was the primary motivation, and in their hurry apparently why nila manotisya nga ang population requirement sa Iloilo, which at the time already included Molo and Mandurriao, but even then kulang sa 50,000 na population na requirement to become a chartered city. So amo na nga ang initial nga Commonwealth Act had to be amended very quickly. Napirmahan ang Commonwealth Act 57 October. Then amend siya as Commonwealth Act 158 by November. So nadasig ng nanutisyan dayon nila. So and they were able to do that because they were able to convince Arevalo and La Paz to join the city. But that meant that Arevalo and La Paz would be deducted from the income source of the province. So, kinahanglan ma-negotiate man sila sa province.
So going back, ma'am, dito sa aton nga gin-mention yung kadasik sang pag ano nila sang Commonwealth Act number 57. So gihingagaw nila para malagas ang population requirement. Oo. So November 1936, they were able to pass Commonwealth Act number 158. Tama, ma'am, no? Including na sila pass and Revelo.
So dapat kasi may mga accounts sa mga blogs bala on Iloilo, pero may na-mention nila Commonwealth Act 57. Hindi na siya husto. That was the initial, pero it was amended by 158. Amo na nga mas kompleto na yan, kaya na-include na yan ang La Paz kag Arevalo.
So with the inclusion, ma'am, of La Paz and Arevalo, Iloilo was able to meet the population requirement already.
There have been, and eventually, in 1941, ang Haro na absorb man. Pero that was much later, yeah. Damo na nga issue nga ginakuan nga ang nagpasakop ang Haro, lintay object nga syudad sila man anay nga separate nga nagpasakop lang. Well, ako na some of the things nga hindi natin masabat kung nga tungod nga wala kita sing documentation, and there have been no study so far that I have located nga ayhan nagtackle sila nga mga questions ano bala natabo nga nagpasakop ang Haro, because Iloilo was simply just what is city proper now. Ang 158 was signed on November 9, 1936, and effectivity is upon approval. Pagkapirma. So effectively, in city kita. Pero why pa ta na inaugurate? Kaya ang punto da iya sing pangitaay sing dates kung ano gid lang proper date is na declare kita city, pero why kita officials at the time? Nga city officials. So amo na nga ang first provisions actually sa charter nga points to how the officials will be created, and may election din man sila nga lang, pero before matabuin ang election supposedly ma-appoint na yung presidente. Pero what is interesting is that dira mismo sa very first provisions in charter ina-designate ang date sa inaugurasyon. And the date given on the charter itself is July 16, 1937. Inaugurasyon na siya dapat. Now, nga anangin August 25, ang misteryo, hindi ko masabat. But I can only speculate that perhaps it was because hindi pa na-accept supposedly ni Campos ang iyang nomination as mayor sometime in January. It was reported in the news na in January of 1937, hinbaton niya na ang nomination. Although there were other names nga gin-float sa kay Quezon, pero namot niya si Campos. So, and why the date was changed from July to August sa inaugurasyon is probably because ng availability ni Quezon. He was, after all, the president, and his movement was all over the country. Now, kung July 16 dapat, birthday ni Quezon sin August 19. Nag-preparar pa gani. Tungod sin August 20, nag-issue siya sin proclamation nga gin-reset yun na ang date. May proclamation niya siya nga gin-reset ang date sa inauguration to August 25. So, sa Iloilo, expecting that Quezon would arrive at least the day before, may ginhanda patani-tani na celebration for his birthday. Rote, nag-abot siya on the day itself lang June 25. And you have pictures of his arrival at the docks at the waterfront, in front of the Warner Barnes warehouses on board SS Mayon.
Essentially, Actually, this building was purposely constructed as the City Hall of Iloilo in preparation for, in preparation sa iyang cityhood. Okay, 1933 siya nagsugod ang construction, kag natapos ang construction around late 1935. So gin-schedule December 1936 ang ano ganini siya ang inauguration niya. So ang inauguration na isagid kasimana, inauguration December, I think nag-start siya around December 19, isa kasimana daw. So kanami 1936 na Christmas kay inauguration gid sa building nga ini, okay? Kaya ang inauguration naman nga formal declaration man sang Iloilo as chartered city i-happen na naman August 1937 na siya. So daw isa pagid katuig bago natabo to ang formal gid nga declaration. Pero ang building na inaugurar na siya December 1936 pa lang siya. Okay? So as I mentioned, it was intentionally gid nga himuon nga City Hall of Iloilo. Pero ang natabo, short-lived man ang pagpungko sa mga officers, mga opisyales sang alkalde sang Iloilo, because by 1942 naglupok naman ang ikaduhang inaway pang kalibutan or Second World War. So eventually ginabandon naman ang building, and eventually the building was used by the Japanese forces as the garrison. Okay? Pero pagkatapos ang gera, nag-decide amo na i-research pa na kung ano nga daw kadali lang ya sa city government nag-ihatag ina sa UP. Although ang nabalaan ko nga nagapangita at that time ang UP Diliman nga magbutang sila sang isa ka UP sa outside of Manila. Okay? So they were looking a place, and nabatian ini sang City Government of Iloilo under Mayor Fernando Lopez. Okay? So siya sa unang ang mayor. So nag-decide siya gin-meeting niyang iyang mga city councilors. And city councilors, di ko lang memorize ang numbers ang nagpasang duha ka resolution nga very willing sila to donate the building sa UP.
Well, with this pandemic na economically daw nagpundo kita, nag-pause kita anay. Once this regime, this pandemic regime is over, I think in place naman ang aton nga mga facilities mo. So we will continue to move on, no? We will just continue to mga buhi kita balang normal, no? Under that new normal siguro kaya ari naman diri mo ma-open na lang ang mga malls naton siguro ma-open. But then we have to live by with this virus, no? Kaya kung taanawon ta in the past may mga pandemics naman mo, and the human race can also survive, no? So siguro kung magtapos na din man ini, no? Iloilo will still be a very very lovely city. Personally, now diri makong Japon, no? Diri daw gusto ko lang yun diri Japon sa Iloilo kay mataway mo daw kung panumdumon mo ang imong kaugalingon sa iban nga lugar nga wala ka sang kilala, you are uncertain of things na magakatabo, mas better to stay, no? And better to be here, no, in the city of Iloilo.
Iloilo City's 84th Charter Day Digital is brought to you by
joining us in this cause because we believe that Panay News is a brand for the Ilonggos, and the Ilonggos are proud for their own newspaper.
As we continue to live in the new normal, the weight of uncertainty has put our resolve to the test. But we are Ilonggos. In our veins, we carry the blood of Dato Paiburong. We do not just give up, and we will never give in. Rather, we give more. Kaya pa? Ilonggo, dumdumang imo handom. Ang aton pagbinuligay, amo ang inspirasyon. Kitatanan, padayon.
Para diin ka nagakayod, kagabangon kada aga, di ba may rason gid na iya?
Kagkungkis adaw kadugay gitanaya malabot.
Nakadamo pagid sang kinahanglan na at tubangon.
May tiunid nga ginaaman sa imo padayon sa pagpakigbato. Agilang ang tanan nga alagyan padayon sa pagpakigbato. Padayon lang, padayon lang. Sa pagabot sa kagab-ihon, kinapamanggot mo ang kaugalingon. Sing matulid kung kaya pa.
Kapoy-kapoy nakit daw mauntag na sa pag-atubang sang mga problema. Di anuman masarangan pa.
Kagkungkis adaw kadugay gitanaya malabot.
Daw kadamo pagid sang kinahanglan nga at tubangon.
May tiunid nga ginaaman sa imo padayon sa pagpakigbato. Agilang ang tanan nga alagyan padayon sa pagpakigbato. Padayon lang. ay sayang ang pangabulay. May tiyongin nga ginaaman sa imo padayon sa pagpakigbato. Agilang ang tanan nga alagian padayon sa pagpakigbato. May tiyongin nga ginaaman sa imo padayon sa pagpakigbato. Agilang ang tanan nga alagian padayon sa pagpakigbato. Padayon lang, padayon lang, padayon lang, padayon lang, padayon.
GCQ, MECQ, ECQ. Almost like an insurmountable task. Our lives, our hopes and dreams hanging on a balance. But we are Ilonggos. Ang atong handom may hugot nga paglaom. Sa biskan ano nga kalisod, gabi nuligay ang tagsa-tagsa, dire sa syudad sa paghigugma.
Maski ano nga kadulong ang naagin naton.
May panibago nga kusog tanan kita daog yun.
Kasanag nga maagom aton nga sumalangon. Ang aton nga paglaom aragid sa gihapon. Ulupot kita tanan. Magulugyon kita tanan. Sa bagong Iloilo. Uswag Iloilo, bangon bato Iloilo. Uswag Iloilo, padayon sa gihapon. Uswag Iloilo, bangon bato Iloilo. Uswag Iloilo, syudad ko, ipabugal ko. Syudad sa pagigugma. Radyo Bilonggo.
Sa bagong nga syudad naton, progreso nagapadayon.
Kaanyag kagkasana sa tagsa ka Ilonggo.
Dagyang paraw rigata sa kalye magsinadya.
Yuhong sang tagsa-tagsa sa lugar sang paghigugma. Ululupot kita tanan. Magulayon kita tanan. Sa bagong Iloilo. Uswag Iloilo, bangon bato Iloilo. Uswag Iloilo, padayon sa gihapon. Uswag Iloilo, bangon bato Iloilo. Uswag Iloilo, syudad ko, ipabugal ko. Syudad sa pagigugma. Radyo Bilonggo. Ilonggo mag-ulog danay, padayon ang paghampanay. Tanan kita magkuligay sa bagong Iloilo. Ilonggo mag-ulog danay, padayon ang paghampanay. Tanan kita magkuligay sa bagong Iloilo. Ilonggo mag-ulog danay, padayon ang paghampanay. Tanan kita magkuligay sa bagong Iloilo. Ilonggo mag-ulog danay, padayon ang paghampanay. Tanan kita magkuligay sa bagong Iloilo. Uswag Iloilo, bangon bato Iloilo. Uswag Iloilo, padayon sa gihapon. Uswag
may bago nga kusog tanan kita daog yun.
Kasanag nga maagom aton nga sumalangon, ang aton nga paglaom aragit sa gihapon. Ulupot kita tanan, magulugyon kita tanan sa bagong Iloilo.
Iloilo City's 84th Charter Day Digital is brought to you by
each one of you for supporting Panay News, for joining us in this cause, because we believe that Panay News is a brand for the Ilonggos, and the Ilonggos are proud for their own newspaper.
August 25, 1937. President Manuel L. Quezon, the first president of the Commonwealth period, appointed Dr. Ramon J. Campos, the first mayor of Iloilo City. Thus began our city's journey into political autonomy and social progress. Today, August 25, 2021, 84 years thereafter, the city landscape and skylines greet the citizenry with a message of hope and courage. With our beloved Mayor Jerry P. Treñas at the helm, our journey continues in these challenging times.
Sa aton nga syudad, sa panghigugma, mga Ilonggo, kabulikay, sa oras nagakinahanglan, ara ang suporta sa isa kag-isa, Bato Iloilo.
This pandemic is not only a test of our healthcare system but also a test of our ability to survive as one community. Iloilo City's 84th Charter Day is a day that reminds us once again of three essential virtues innate in every Ilonggo: katahom, kapisan, and kabakod. These are the fundamental pillars in our fight against this unseen enemy. Katahom, there is a beauty despite the pain, struggles, and hardships that we go through. Challenging times have taught us to see the shoreline beyond the rough waters ahead, rather than letting ourselves drown. Difficult as it may be, but having a positive outlook and seeing the beauty in every critical situation has become our only choice. This positive outlook has then stemmed into our willingness to band together to shoulder the responsibility of overcoming COVID-19. Every Ilonggo has played their role, most especially our medical frontliners who did not mind being covered by their PPEs almost all the time just to allow people to enjoy an extension of life. They were exposed in the dirtiest and ugliest corners of their institutions to save lives, but they kept going. Kapisan, hard work and determination. We combined our individual efforts to make the work easier. We are determined to contribute no matter how big or small it may be, just to ease the burden of our fellow men. We work hard and remain determined despite our limitations. Kabakod, strength. We remain strong even if we really feel tired and weak. We choose to be resilient and continue to act upon the main causes of the problems. Resilience will remain a positive concept, and here in Iloilo, it has always been a culture. This resilience has taught us to learn from the past experiences and develop new coping strategies to move forward. Although we are still far from winning this battle, as long as we embody those three virtues, we will always remain positioned on top of any critical situation. Ang katahom sang aton katagipuskoon, ang kapisan nga duna sa aton kag ang kabakod sang aton balatyagon, ang magatibong sa aton padulong sa katalagan. Today may not be the best time to celebrate, but as long as we remain positive, determined, and resilient, there will always be a reason to celebrate. Happy 84th Charter Day to my fellow Ilonggos. Uswag, Iloilo.
The pandemic has united us Ilonggos. Proof is the cooperation of the public and private sectors, the sincere service of our elected officials, and the sense of solidarity of the people of Iloilo. Padayon kita mga Ilonggo sa paglabot sa aton mga handom nga may kapisan kag kabakod para sa katahom sa dakbanwang Iloilo. Bato Iloilo, bato dungganon nga Ilonggo.
Punoy ang kasang mga dungganong ginihon sa imong lumang gilikon. Namatan sa mga kaganihan ng ipato para sa kaywayan. Tunang manggat sa amon kinamat manggaran sa kulturang kinaanuman. May maratas na madinuagon, ulawan ng mga kaladugrigon. Iloilo, Iloilo, nagkanwa kong nahamutan. Iloilo.
Genuine public service from the heart. Telling stories to educate, move, inspire. We are Panay News, the #1 regional newspaper. 4 decades and counting, Panay News has positioned itself on the forefront of adversarial journalism and upholding press freedom and public interest. Today, we are still on a mission to gather and spread fast, fresh, and accurate news daily. Ever since its establishment on April 7, 1981, Panay News is the only Monday to Sunday newspaper in Western Visayas that covers the widest reach in most cities and provinces in the region, reaching every sector in the community through our stories. We are invested to foster the safety, security, and welfare of our people, who in turn carries our brand with great pride and company spirit. Behind news that is reliable and complete is a strong workforce of competent and multi-skilled individuals working with state-of-the-art machines. We are the only newspaper in Western Visayas using web printing and computer-to-plate technology, capable of printing 70,000 folded newspapers per hour. Through our innovative business practices, quality products and services, customer concern, ethical business image, value proposition, and pricing, we have been recognized for numerous awards as Best Regional Newspaper. This is what shaped Panay News today. We take pride to be the top-of-mind newspaper to readers in the region, and we continue to lead throughout the history of print media industry in Western Visayas through our content, whether in printed or digital form, and as we strive to become the country's most preferred local newspaper. We will continue to tell stories that educate, move, and inspire our readers, providing genuine public service that comes from the heart of our people. And that is, and always will be, the core being of our business. We are Panay News, the #1 regional newspaper.